Welcome back everyone to the city of San Almendro. Today we're back in downtown and we are building a bunch of skyscrapers once again. So buckle your seatbelts, grab your box of chips, and let's expand this skyline. We are kicking off this wonderful build episode with a nice little block of, I guess, apartment buildings in this sort of older district of the city. It's not really written down that this is supposed to be an older district. It's just kind of how things are going. This little section here is just older styled buildings here, so I guess we're just rolling with it. And this first whole block here is actually done by TheChillCat, so shout out to ChillCat for designing all these buildings. There are 3 buildings that end up getting built, so they all look super nice in the end. So that was the first one right there with it was jungle wood, and then it was some mud bricks, and the second one is sort of a similar palette, but it turns out just a little bit different. I think this one is a little bit taller, I want to say. It might be taller. I guess we'll find out here, but working on the ground level section here, and you can see the road levels all around the city are a little empty, so don't worry, they are going to be filled up with life. And we do plan on having like cars and stuff driving around on the streets. We have designs for buses and streetcars for the tram system once we get that all built up and set up and finalized. So the streets will be lively and bustling and happy, and I think it would be cool to have like some sort of like points of like events going on or something like that. Like maybe we could have like a fire truck in the middle of the road, like putting out a fire in a building or something like that, or like some construction area with like road closures and cones put everywhere and stuff like that. But you know, I'm just brainstorming here, but that'll be for the future. Anyways, that was the second building built by ChillCat right there, and this is the third one. It takes up this entire half of the block, and it starts off with this stone base, but then it comes back after the base. It goes up, it turns into a bone block, I think is what the blocks are. It's a I want to say, or actually no, it's not bone block, it's just quartz, smooth quartz, but it's white. So we have this nice white building here, and it's got a sort of circular design kind of built into the side of it. So it's got this sort of, you know, straight building, you know, right here you can see the straight walls, but then once we get up a little higher, you'll see the circular sort of portion here come into play. It's a pretty nice design. I'm really pleased with the way ChillCat did this. It's a nice, super nice design. And then these sort of setbacks here allow for some nice balconies and stuff, and you can see we got some sort of terraces here with some, you know, seating areas and umbrella chairs. So that's a nice little place for our citizens to sort of hang out and sit around and have a great time. And here we go, coming up here, you can see the actual circular section of the building sort of coming into view there, and then it's going to come up again here at the very top to the highest point of this sort of apartment tower building. So you can see that nice little circle there. So that's a cool design. I'm really happy with the way this thing looks in our city. It's a really nice build. This entire block was done really well. So big shout out to ChillCat one more time for building that. And now we're coming on to another block a little bit south, you can see right there, of the sort of place we were just at, and this one was built by EpDan. So this whole block was built by EpDan, and this is one of the tallest buildings in the city. It's not the tallest, but it is pretty tall, as you can see. It's a sort of modern skyscraper, and you can kind of see if there's not really a good angle here, but you'll be able to see this sort of side here. It's pretty well done. It's like got a bone block built side here, and you're not gonna see it. Okay, but that's fine. But it's got like some little indented window sections here up there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Once we get to a sort of wider shot, you'll be able to see it. But here's sort of a nice little base, sort of, I guess, an atrium / lobby that he's building out of these sort of geometric shapes here, and as you can see, it's like super modern, but it's super well done. This is a really nice block of builds here, and you'll see here in a second the next build after this sort of lobby, sort of main ground level section here, I'll talk about it once we get there, but for a second here, I would also like to give a quick shout out to some build battle winners on my Discord server. First up, we got Aitor for building this windmill right here, so he won the windmill build battle. Really well done, nice job to him, big shout out, congrats. And secondly, we had 2 build battles here recently. So the second one goes to a corn maze that we had challenged our Discord members to build. The winner of that build battle was Hamburger Mukbang, the one and only, actually on our build team here. So we'll actually see one of his builds later on. But hey, big shout out to Hamburger Mukbang for building this corn maze, and also to Aitor for building the windmill. And if you guys want to get in on these build battle challenges, go ahead and join the Discord server. Description, invite is in the description. So big shout out to you guys, and thank you guys for playing. But now we are coming on to this second building here, and I get a lot of comments. I've seen the comments. I get a lot of comments asking about parking garages. We do have a lot of parking garages actually in this city already that I don't show on camera, but this is one parking garage that EpDan built that is on camera, and this is a this is a high rise of a parking garage. I don't think I've ever seen a parking garage with this many floors, if I'm being honest, but this is a tall parking garage, so you can see this is all just parking. I don't know how realistic this is. I'm sure there's tall parking garages like this somewhere, but I've never seen them. But now they're in San Almendro, baby, so we got a big parking garage here right next to this skyscraper, so you can't say we don't have it anymore. We got parking like nobody's business. So there's that, and now we're coming next door, and this is not a parking garage, this is an actual building, so do not worry, we're not going hog wild with the parking garages here. And to be fair, I think a lot of the parking that we're gonna have is probably gonna be underground. I know one of the buildings we have right now has underground parking, so for the people saying, you know, I need parking garages and stuff in the city, a lot of it's probably going to be underground, at least for the main downtown section here. Once we branch out to the less dense areas, there will probably be a lot more parking garages above ground, but a lot of them here that we built so far have been underground, so there's just that. We have parking garages, guys, and we're going to build more, but that's just for you guys to know, just a little FYI. But now here's the third building, or I guess the second building in this little complex, not counting the parking garage. But you can see here it's another nice modern looking build. Really nicely done again by EpDan. This entire block here was done by EpDan. So this thing is turning out pretty nice. I assume these are office buildings. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't ask him what they are. But I assume it would be an office building. It has the lobby of an office building. Maybe one is an office and one's a hotel. It could be, but I don't know. I'm not going to make the claim because I didn't build it. So I guess I'll get back to you guys in the next episode, whether or not this is a office building or an apartment building or something. I don't know. But now we are coming here to the side. Danny is coming to the side here, and he's making these nice little sky bridges connecting the parking garage to this other tower here, which is pretty nice. It's a pretty cool design. I'm really happy with the way this turned out in this whole little area. You'll see he makes a nice little like fountain courtyard here. But not before making this cute little lobby. I hope it gets caught on camera here. It might be a little too dark to see inside, unfortunately. No, I think it'll be caught on camera here. So you can see he's inside there, just making a nice basic little lobby. Nothing too crazy because we do want to have full interiors, but at the same time, we don't want to make the world lag with a bunch of, you know, entities and stuff, signs and item frames and stuff like that. So we are doing the full interiors, but we're not going like absolutely crazy with it. So there's that. So nice little lobby there, and then like I said, nice little fountain courtyard there. But that was EpDan's little block of buildings here, and now we are coming back into the heart of the downtown. And these two buildings that are going to be built right next to each other here on this block were built by Semilence. So big shout out to Semilence for making these ones. This first tower here, you can see we're going way up real fast, right to the tippity top here. And it's a nice little simple design, but it does look really nice. A nice little modern design, fits well in the city here. And then it's got these nice little sort of spires coming out to the side, which I think is a super cool design. I like the way that he did this. It's got, you can see these two little spires, and they go up the entire length of the building, so it's not just like coming out of the top. You can see it's like an extension of the building itself, coming out of the side, which is a pretty nice design. It kind of adds a nice piece of detail to an otherwise building that would just be, you know, a modern sort of square building. So I think it's a super nice design choice by him. So there's that, and I think this is an office building. So there's that, and then you can see he turned it blue, so it's a nice blue colored office building. And then after this, we're gonna come right next door. Oh, not before we do the roof details. Yeah, roof details are important because we are flying around a lot, so seeing the tops of buildings are very common. So getting some roof details are always important, and the guys on the build team are surprisingly good at making roof details, so there's no problem with that. But here's the next door building. So this is right next door, as you can see, and this is going to be another sort of office building. This isn't really, I don't think this is a complex. Like, I don't think these buildings are like related to each other necessarily. That's just my guess. I don't know how he intended it. He didn't tell me, but if I had to guess, these are just two separate random buildings just on the same block. So I don't think these are really related at all. They're not designed like super similarly. So I'm gonna guess these are two just randomly separate buildings, but you can see this one is black. It's got nice black windows here, and then we got some nice roof details. Of course, you gotta have the nice roof details, and there's that. And then once this is all done, this cute little building here, we're gonna come down, and actually I don't know if he works on the ground level courtyard on camera. That might be an off camera thing. Okay, yeah, I guess it was an off camera thing. So there's that, and then this next block here was built by Sissio. So these two buildings that you're gonna see here right next to each other on this block were built by Sissio. You can see where they are. You can see EpDan's building right behind here. So this is just one block over, so you kind of know what's going on here. And this is actually right behind the camera is the JCC Forum that we built a few episodes ago, our basketball arena. So you kind of know where we are. Off to the left, you can see the park that we built last episode in that sort of Times Square area. So you can kind of see the whole city area, the downtown area is kind of coming together. It's all getting built up, and it's kind of getting unified, so that's nice. I'm happy to see that. It's all coming together. All the spots are getting filled up. But here we go. This is the second building by Sissio, this sort of birch building. Very nice look. And then we got this nice spire, so there's that. But real quick, we're gonna move on to build a not building. We're actually building a plaza right here. This is at the top of downtown. You can see some buildings in the background, but this is a plaza that has the first block actually that we placed in the entire project. So on top of that little pedestal there is the first block that was ever placed. I placed it, and then I moved it off to the side, and I kept it, and I didn't move it, or I didn't, you know, break it or replace it or anything. That's the actual first block sitting on top of that pedestal. So that's a cool little commemorative plaza right there. So really nice to get that thing built up in a nice little green space. I've seen in the comments you guys want us to build more green spaces. We're getting green spaces, don't you guys worry. And that's just one of the little green plaza areas we have dotted throughout the city and planned. So that's nice. And now we are coming on to our final two buildings of the episode. These are both built by Hamburger Mukbang, the build battle winner from earlier, of course. And this building is, I don't remember what these buildings are supposed to be. I assume they're office buildings, but they might be apartment buildings too. I'm not sure, but this is one of them right here. Just a nice little generic sort of tower here. Nothing too crazy. I think it turns out nice. It looks really cute, looks really pretty. It's got that nice little red sign on the side there. That looks nice little touch. And then this is the final building that's going to be in today's episode. You can kind of see where we are. You can see the bridge off on the far right of your screen. Right next to the building that was just built. Obviously, this is on the same block, and you can see it's got a nice little brick sort of base here, and then you'll see it's a circular building. as it goes up. And there's a lot of detail in this one. Look at this, guys. This is a really nicely done building. So good job to Hamburger Mukbang here for going all out in the details. And there's a lot of space down here, as you can see, for some maybe nice, I don't know, some nice bushes or something. Maybe a little food stand or a newspaper cart. Something like that could go down there in that little space there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But here is the actual building itself. You can see it's a nice little circle. And you can see where we are, a little bit of a better view. And then he's getting a helipad right on top here. So a few of our buildings already have helipads. So here's another one just because. And there we go. That's gonna really do it. And we're gonna get right into the cinematics. And you can see all the beautiful buildings that we built today in this episode. In the city, added into the city, and they're all looking real nice. The skyline's coming together. There is still obviously a lot of work to do just in downtown alone, let alone the rest of the city. So let me know in the description, guys, what other things you want to see in this series. We got a lot of stuff planned, but I want to hear it from you guys. But anyways, enjoy these cinematics. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the next video on my channel. And until then, goodbye! And let me give a final thank you to all my awesome patrons here. Thank you guys so much. You are the best. And a big thank you to my $10 supporters, Justin Kim, Voe, and Walker Army. Thank you guys so much for your support. Have a great day, guys, and goodbye.